that's just not the normal way you play Ruby. A lot of Ruby players are a little bit more careful. Yaknu's more of like on the edge, and it pays out well.
This guy has just been, very confident in what he's about to do. I think this is the time where Yaknu is just confident with this meta.
Yeah, for sure.
He's just confident with the pool of heroes that he can use, and he is just exuding it right now. Just showing us that confidence right now. But check this, okay? If Onic PH here really wants to close this game out, they have to do it without the Roger. So that means Onic PH will be forced to go for another YSS game. They've been picking the Ling for Wise, but I think in terms of the patterns that Onic PH has been showing us, I think the next is going to be most probably the YSS. The Ling could work, but that is another draft pattern that's going to come out from Onic PH if they want to do that. For Cignal Ultra, however, there's always a chance of them going for just that Lancelot pick that they want to do.
In the previous matchup, Lancelot and Ling were both neither pick nor banned. So that's probably mainly because of that Roger, who is now first banned for Cignal Ultra.
Yeah.
Now, will that change the battlefield? Definitely.
Because
you
know what, the thing is for mages right now is, hear me out. Physical attack side lanes, or those fighter side lanes with physical attack as their bread and butter, they get more options into what to build. They get the Deadly Blade, they can just go for that, and they already have an answer for the sustain on the enemy side. But if you're a mage, you have to wait for your Necklace of the Runs. You don't have that casual item pickup that we call, that you can just go for that certain item, even like a Raptor Machete previous meta. And they had all the liberty of just picking up those cost-efficient items, and it's going to be the Barretts. Oh my goodness.
It's going to be locked in by Cignal Ultra. Will this be the showing? Will this be the tilt factor that Cignal Ultra are looking for? Selena's open. By the way, this should have been intentional. Onic PH should know this. And they chose to ignore it anyway, which means that this Barretts finally going to be making an MPL debut.
Barrett's first pick on MPL-PH. That is right. Rockhart, Onic PH, what will they go for as an answer? They go for a frontliner that can be consumed by a Barretts, and it's going to be a Uranus. What is the next pick that's going to go on for them? They straight up go for the YSS, and I like this pattern.
It's classic Onic PH here, who are going to be dealing with this in the way that they know how, which is to just play their own game, apparently. So no special picks being done by Onic yet, no special adjustments. What's going to be on the side of Cignal, though? I think they should still... They cannot rely on Barretts as the main tank, so I think they might have to draft a sub-tank at least for this, or at least have a solid off-lane.
I'm actually seeing Barretts here as a side lane. Who knows? It could be a side lane. It could be a side laner. Because the thing is, if you give him enough gold or enough XP, he has the power to blow out of proportion.
Yeah.
And just carry the game from there. Because usually for new heroes, it takes some time before they get scaled in optimal performance levels. But right now, it's either you are underperforming or you're overperforming. And I just feel that the two bans, a lot of bans that were put into the side of Barretts, that means in the eyes of these pro players, he's overperforming. He's gonna overperform.
That's true. So will that be the case though? And is Onic just gonna let this go as a normal game? That's
I think
starting to really look like the case here.
I think Onic PH should just treat this as a normal game, because you wouldn't really want to overreact.
That's true. I think I'm looking at the Onic side to still have a solid side laner in case this Barretts is a side laner. That's what I want to see. Yuzhong is still a good possibility, although I'm not confident with that pick yet. Because the Yuzhong earlier was kind of only okay for D-Lar. It's not the usual super strong Yuzhong. It's just a normal Yuzhong. And this time D-Lar is back on a comfort hero, which is going to be that Fams.
It could be a Dilar Uranus.
They could swap it out. That's
They
true.
could they could swap it out as well. And it depends on what kind of playstyle they want to do. Because I like the confidence more coming out from Ayakta right now. So I think in terms of just jumping onto his enemies, I think Yaknu is a proper candidate right now for that Thams, but it could go either way. I mean, Delar has been playing one mean Uranus, a lot of Uranus games as well. He even went with the Uranus Execute. Do you remember that?
Yes.
So a lot of possibilities here for the side of Onic PH. We're not really gonna put anything set in stone. I think Wise is going to use that YSS Cignal Ultra here. Very versatile picks and bans, supports and side laners could probably be their setup here, or the Barrats could be their tank. Who knows?
That's right. So we're still, I think Onic has been watching too many Cignal Ultra games, and this is the pick that actually kind of forced the game free with Bren. This Harith pick, which was unchecked last week. So they really know their stuff.
And Onic PH bans out that Claude. They do not want that Claude to be the end of them. Because the thing is, yes, for Onic PH, they've been playing it very, not really passive, but they are trying to make the most out of their timings. They're playing within their timings. They're not playing passively. Trying to time everything that they do for the power spikes, that is a smart move coming out from Onic PH. And when they don't reach those power spikes, that's where the time where Claude will actually make the most out of the time that is given to him. Yeah. So Cignal Ultra, if they get that and Onic PH sloppily executes their plans, that's a time where Claude will bite them back. And
so good answer.
Just take it out.
Good answer to remove the Claude, by the way, yeah, because of those factors now. There's still a lot of possible picks here. Don't get us wrong. Like, banning out the Claude is fine. Banning out the Harith is fine. But Hades just has such a big hero pool as well as a carry. So it's almost impossible to ban him out in that regard.
I like it. I actually like the Baksha pick here. It answers a lot of the side of Cignal Ultra in terms of these three picks. You do have that Barrats, you do have that Ruby, and you can just wait for the other two that's gonna come out.
It's gonna be a Sicilian, I think, for Onic.
You think?
Yeah, if not a Sicilian, it's still a there's a possibility of an Estes or Rafaela. Either one of those will be working fine. But if it goes for the more supportive side, they're gonna lack in damage.
You know what? Nobody likes a Selena this series.
Yeah, nobody really likes Selena here in this matchup. It works well for Imba DJ. Imba DJ played the Selena very well. That one time he was allowed to use it.
They're not really putting a lot of emphasis into those Selena picks. But Cignal Ultra, time is running out. What do they go for? X-board and the carry.
Okay.
Is this going to be a mid lane carry though? Yeah, I think it's going to be the jungle carry. But one of the things that you really have to look out for a jungle carry is it takes some time before he can be comfortable into clearing the jungle area.
That's true. Here it comes, the damage support that we're looking for. If not a damage support, it's just the only way to go.
What are you gonna go for?
Sounds like a Sicilian, but I don't know. Probably
I'm thinking of a Rafaela right now.
Thinking of Rafaela.
It makes sense that you go for Rafaela right now. Chasing capability. And stun. You need that stun. And the Rafaela is gonna come out. And I think this is the Onic special.
A pure damage, their damage output is gonna rely heavily on the FAMs as well.
So it's going to be a tank Ruby. They treat it the same as Khalid.
That's right. Basically the same functions. And Imba DJ on that support as well. This is going to be very interesting, my friends.
Let's see how Cignal Ultra fares up this Barrats and this carry that they have against a normal day in the park for the side of Onic PH. This really looks like the same kinds of picks that they have for any other game that they went to, and this certain lineup has a high win rate.
That's true. So I'm just thinking about the damage output here for Onic PH. That doesn't feel like it's gonna have a lot, especially in the early game. Like I said, this is the same problem that Cignal Ultra had in the previous draft.
I'm trying to check right now Oh, just go ahead. I'm trying to
Yeah.
check right now. Let's head into the game. We are done with any pauses, and Onic PH still going for this 2-1, 1-2-2 setup that we have.
So it's going to be the usual for Cignal Ultra, while on the other side, it's going to be a little bit split up, and they're waiting. And the wave clear is absolutely on the side of Cignal here. If you can notice, most of the attacks on Onic were going to single target AoE, and they're going to be leaving the job to deal with the Barats to Iaknu.
And that is a very smart move from Iaknu to just force him out of the lane as early as level 1. Because when Rhea gets all the damage or all the skills on his kit to just play the keep away game, he's just gonna keep on poking the stamps. And now with his HP down, look at this Barrett. He's gonna go down. It doesn't get hit by that lava, but the damage over time is there. He's trying to get out. Imba DJ trying to run for him, but it's not an ample amount of time. Tujin here
Jungler
is
X-Borg
getting a lot of focus here, getting a lot of the attention. Jay still really trying to go for him.
Done.
Mountain Shocker will take him down. That blue-red buff, that orange buff is gone to waste here for the side of Cignal Ultra, as he does not use it to kill anyone or to take down any creep or clear any wave onto his side. Now Onic PH clearly they are in the lead.
Yeah, while all that is happening, aside from denying the buffs, now they also have a lot of gold from the outer turret energy shields. Oh my god, that's like maximum amount of gold that Onic can get from that top lane. And that's capitalizing on Rhea being dove in over and over and over again by Onic PH.
Wow! Wow! This is Onic PH just forcing out their advantages. It's all about looking at the map. Look at that synchronization coming out from this team, Rockhard.
Maximum level.
Maximum level. Can you explain it to us? What happened there?
So first of all, take out the energy shields means that you get a lot of gold, and that means you get a lot of items, and that's what Onic is capitalizing on with a 1.6k gold lead at 2.5 minutes in the game. Now they still want to keep rolling. You kind of got to go. We said that Onic was supposed to take it slow, but no, they're not. Almost there with the Ionic Edge, but it's going to be missing. And again, that's pressure from being such a tanky lineup.
Jay here getting pushed back, and that is the ultimate of Imba DJ, but it wasn't really enough as Jay is tanky. Very tanky as he has the tank emblems. Wise is just getting a lot of these protection.
Yeah, he's getting almost all of the gold here. Oh my gosh, and then an advantage to get straight into the turtle right away. The advantage of a Yi Sun Chin here is that he can do things like this. Get that turtle and get a lot of the damage from the Mountain Shocker as well. It's just beautiful here.
And the turret energy shields are dropped, but Onic had made the most out of them. So Wise doesn't care anymore.
Yeah,
Wise has the money in the bag, and the top lane turret is down as well. And Bensanity missing that.
Oh
we
my
are
gosh,
angry.
Seriously?
With just a pixel.
That was, oh my gosh.
That was just a pixel.
Just like that, Onic is going to fight Regen with Regen as well. They're going to be forced there to maybe apply some pressure on the Jay, go for Hurricane Eye. Cyclone Eye, rather.
Oh, and they get the Ruby.
That's
yes,
Jay.
they do get Baksha, but here comes the comeback.
Whew, what an answer.
Or this is going to be the aggression coming out from Onic, and they are not waiting for the power spikes. Hades here, 4 members of Onic chasing him down. He's just gone.
No way around it. And just like that, Onic will be having a big lead in this matchup with a 4,000 gold lead over Cignal Ultra.
Whatever Cignal Ultra tried to pull off right now, they did not put Hades under retribution. I don't know what happened at that point on, but it seems to me Beast Killer is put on the X-Borg, and they got Uranus though, but they got the jungler, and that is going to be a fair trade. Wise here using Traceless to get out. There is the slow. Hades here trying to put up the markers. Cyclone Eye perfectly timed, but he does have the flicker in. and that is going to be Hades taking this YSS down. Rhea here with the dinosaur on his hands. He is just gonna be there and take the kill.
Quite a big blunder there for Onic PH. They were not able to exit. Dilar actually died right away before he could activate Consecration. That's why the rest of the teams were actually in a bad spot.
Oh, he got consumed. Let us see. He was thrown into a wall. Thams will go down. Dilar, he's getting chased by the dinosaur. And do the dinosaur walk, ladies and gentlemen. The hoverboard is there for Wise. That's going to be a stun. And no matter how big you are, you fall down really hard.
Yep. Sujin still balling there on that X-Borg jungler. Not really as effective as I thought it would be. And I think that's like this gonna be, if ever this loses, that's gonna be like the second jungler X-Borg I've seen fail like that. Now, it's going to be Cignal Ultra still on the back foot, apparently, despite a very good comeback with revenge kills. Again, that was Onic kind of just being over aggressive in that point.
I do agree. Overstaying their welcome is one way to put it. And Rhea here, whenever there is a fight happening, as long as he can get spam or he can hit you, he grows bigger and bigger. So clearly, that is one thing that favors the side of Cignal Ultra. So if Onic PH still wants to hold on to their lead, they should pick their fights and not let the fight happen in an extended manner.
Which could be the case here. If they start to collapse, they could get pincered with members from Cignal coming in from the mid lane. Holding on steady here on
Wise
their
with
own
the Blade of
jungler.
Despair already.
And that's a really quick BOD. Bot lane though, 2v1 once more. Iaknu holding steady.
Yeah, and this is perfect for Iaknu. He's not even forcing a lot of these pickups. He's not trying to duel anyone. He just wants to clear the minion waves, and that's his job as a side laner. And Jay here as a wheel, he's moving around. Sujin almost popping that what do you call this? Last Insanity.
Yep.
He goes down. It doesn't even
down.
matter. Imba DJ Traceless
That's a
gets
double.
chased down, and damage output here coming out for the side of Onic PH. And look at this, they're trying
Going
to
for
go
Rhea.
for Rhea. They are locking him in. The sandwich is there, but the thing is, they do not want to do that just because it's way too risky.
Yeah, 4-man sandwich could have been close there. And Onic PH will start to back off. Turtle is going to be up in the next 10 seconds. Going to be a big target. This has to be denied from Onic, or else this Yi Sun-Shin is going to be unstoppable. At this point, there's just no way they can react to this if the Yi Sun-Shin gets the turtle.
Remember, the next game of Onic PH right here, or for tomorrow, it's going to be against Aura PH. So that is going to be one for the books as well. And Onic PH, they're showing us what they're capable of doing when they are playing as a team.
Yep.
This is a good showing coming out from them, to be honest.
Absolutely. Man, that is just how you get things done, though. And if they play like this tomorrow, they're going to have a very good chance against Aura. For
Yes, for sure. That is a given. But Aura PH, how will they play against Onic PH? They showed a lot of
Clásico.
they showed a lot of playfulness earlier, but someone might say that that's just blue fire. But then again, you don't take anyone light in the MPL.
Yeah. Obviously, that's something that's going to be unlikely for Aura tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, stuff can happen. I mean, if you want to get a sure kill, maybe try to bring out something new. To sure win, rather. Bring out something new. Bring out something that's definitely going to shake up the dance floor, as they say.
And to be honest, right now, this isn't over yet. For Cignal Ultra, clearly they're behind. But look at this, Jade. This is the fights that Onic, the Cignal Ultra really want to take. But look at the damage coming up from Wise Hades here.
Iaknu.
Sujin was forced to use the last Insanity to go back.
Rhea's too late.
Rhea, will he use the ultimate here? That is the question.
He probably could, but then go ahead. That's what Dilar's saying. Go ahead, use it. And Rhea doesn't. He just gets a little bit intimidated there by... Of course, it's a Uranus. Even if you force the ult there, it's probably not going to result to much.
It is. So, for Onic, clearly, you can see a lot of damage output is going to come out from their side. Even Iaknu the Thams uncharacteristically going for a Blade of Despair. They know that they can end
There you
this
go.
right now, and they're not going to shy away from just getting those damaged items. Jay and the others getting caught out with the last Insanity that could have been his death, but he has the that's the Flicker out, and Pokes coming up from YSS. He punches. He really takes down Kagura at that point on. That was max
Yaknu.
range. Yaknu going for that Barats. That was costly for them. And what will Onic PH do? They are placing themselves near the Lord, and they're just trying to take all of the buffs here from Hades.
That's a smart thing to do. I mean, you can't really go for the jungle, for the throat right away. Go ahead, go for the jungle. Here's the Gilla instant replay. Hashtag shave the day. It's 2-man down, and Onic was just feeling a lot more confident, except maybe Yaknu went a little bit overboard. Got the turret aggro early, and that resulted to him going down.
I think that was a bit of a miscom, because if his team was really aligned in that way, like he could have called his teammates and they could have juggled that perfectly. But you know what? Yaknu will do what is needed to be done
As usual.
at certain points
course.
of the game.
So, of course, that's going to be denial on the buffs. Not to mention, it's going to be a very fast Lord for sure for Wise. Maxed out Yi Sun Shin. 1.5k criticals on 2k criticals on jungle monsters means this Lord should be an easy cake walk. But, again, we are still looking at Cignal Ultra. They have pick-off potential. They still have that Ruby as well for the isolation and the hold. So we can't really count them out just yet. This is Onic just trying to see if they can pace the jungler.
Yeah, that brush
Pace the jungle, rather.
Well, I don't know, man. Like, clearly, Onic PH right now is aiming for this Lord. While Cignal Ultra, they're taking their numbers to the bottom lane. They want the bottom lane of this map to be pushing on their side. Look at YSS just sneakily taking it down by himself. Even our cameraman isn't looking at him just because
he
he's
has
very
the
sneaky.
damage.
He's very sneaky with this.
Look at those critical hits. 1.3k on the Lord means that you can take it down really quickly. No fight there. Rhea with the ultimate onto the Fams. Actually quite effective against Yaknu. Will go down.
You get consumed, you get spat out. And look at this. Where is Yi Sun Shin? He is there. Look at the damage of Rhea. Even if Rhea focused on getting the Thunder Belt, the Guardian Helmet, and the Cursed Helmet, you know what? This damage is still significant.
Very significant, I would say. That was just a lot of solid output being thrown his way, and that's the power of the Yi Sun Shin right there. A Yi Sun Shin that was not stopped, a Yi Sun Shin that is on the offensive. There we go.
And look at this. Here is the siege. Will Cignal Ultra stop this? They have good wave clear. We are angry. Hits 2 people. Baksha will go down. Lord is down as well. Wise cannot do anything. And that middle turret is gonna go... will not go down in any way.
A very successful defense there.
Very successful defense. Now, what does Cignal Ultra have to do next? They really just have to push out the waves. Those empowered waves onto the side lanes. They need to take it out right now. Just because that is going to auto-push their waves, or their lanes.
Problem is, the amount of wave clear for Cignal Ultra, that's not something that Onic can just let go passively. They need to be super proactive in making those pickoffs, or else they will not be able to push.
And Dilar here, getting chased down. Will Cignal Ultra get him?
Oh, that's
yes,
a big
they will.
opening.
That's a big opening, and this is Onic PH. They can punish Cignal Ultra from going out of their base, but it's still a 4v5. They take that into consideration. Great move coming out from Onic here, just to not answer anymore with that certain setup, because they know that at this point on, they will be at a disadvantage. Bensanity and Rhea, they are the ones who actually make this, set up hard for the side of Onic PH. We are angry, and that consumed that Divar coming out from the Barats. It just puts them at a disadvantage for the side of Onic PH.
Yep, they'll finally be able to get that first tower of the game for Cignal Ultra. And basically that's Onic going for the push, split push there.
They actually...
That was sneaky!
That was really sneaky, and Wise here being very sneaky with those plays. They got the middle turret.
Oh, what?
Oh!
What?
Oh, look at that.
Wow, did
Oy,
you...
Hades!
Hades!
Hades almost went down. That's 900 damage.
So close.
In terms of crit, just taking out 1/4 or 1/2 of the HP
Oof.
here of Hades. That
Plus-
could have been the opening that Onic PH was looking for.
Yep, and again, Cignal Ultra being extra careful, although I'm a little surprised by the takedown there really quickly on that tower. Now that there is going to be a lot more damage output for the Yi Sun Shin, that gold lead is just at 11,000, and it's only going to grow as time goes on.
Remember, Iyakno didn't really get those tank items going on for his side, so that means he's really easy to take down.
Yes, he's so
He has
super
the Endless
squishy.
Battle, he has the Blade of Despair, he has the Demon Hunter Sword, that even if you have the Cotorant Inferno on, you'll be an easy takedown just because Rhea will devour or consume you.
Yeah, he needs to start getting the defensive items, or else he's going to be the easiest target here. I think even Oh My Venus is harder to kill compared to Iyakno at this point.
Yeah, and clearly Wise here will have the Traceless to stop any advances coming out from a Cignal Ultra. And 4 seconds till the Lord resurrects and revives. Let's see, a lot of these teams are looking at this key objective. No sneaky Lords for the side of Onic PH. They did the first Lord in a very sneaky manner. Right now, Onic PH, they're just trying to control the waves.
Oof.
Even Dilar is up top. He's just trying to force someone to go back onto the side of Cignal Ultra, while Onic PH here, they are trying to go for this Lord. Iyakno, with
Great
his high
positioning.
damage, that is a great position for him. Bensanity and Imba DJ. Hades, how will they handle this? That's a 3-man rotation there. And Bensanity catches Jay. Jay here tanking in front of them. Will they fight this? Sujin and Rhea, they come from the sidelines. And that was a
Dilar's
great
waiting.
move. That is a great move coming out from Venus here, realizing that they really needed to move out of the way at that point.
Yep, Cignal Ultra, they're not taking this by chance. They're holding it steady.
Oh,
but
Rhea.
Rhea is out of position. Where are you going? Flickers back to the base, back to the arms of his teammates, but looks like that's going to be a big battle spell expended already. No more Flicker back to
And
your
while
team.
everything is happening, we have a Thams, Iyakno, on that Lord hugging it out. They forced them to go back. Chujin is not near. Bensanity catches 3 people.
Oh my God.
Wouldn't really matter. Immortality will be pop. Monster kill for YSS. Wise here, they're moving on. They're pushing onwards. They want to get this win. Chujin, they just back off.
He's back off, and it's going to be the push on the top lane. Don't worry, there's still a Lord coming in for Onic PH. Want to take that tower out before it arrives, though.
Enemy super minion mobilized. That means every single turret here for the side of Cignal Ultra. Not every single turret. We still have a bottom turret. But the top lanes and the bottom lane, the middle lane, the turrets are now down.
Yep, here we go. It's going to be Cignal. It's all up to these guys this time around. Whether or not they can hold it steady. Can they keep the ship from sinking? Here comes the Lord. Could be a big push.
This could be the big push that we're trying to find here. Onic not really looking at ending the game right now, but they want the bottom turret to go down. This is going
Nice
to be
ball.
a big advantage for the side of Onic. If they get it, Rhea here with the consume. Who does he get? He gets no one. And Rhea with a sliver of HP. They go down. Ruby, that will be his death.
That's
Rhea here
it.
loses the immortality. Wise almost falling down to that last insanity. He gets away. But that doesn't really matter as Onic PH